Hi there, this is Garrett with Tech and Trek. I'm here in the library at Hiram College, and I want to bring you another productivity tip with your iPad Pro. And today I want to talk about night mode and smart invert colors. And so these are two new features in iOS 11. And so night mode is going to offer you a blue light filter on your device, which may take away some eye strain. Research is indicating that a lot of blue light getting at us will interrupt some of our sleep patterns and can cause excess stress. And so putting a lot of hours into studying or working on the iPad can sometimes interrupt our normal natural rhythms. And so night mode is a great iOS 12 feature we'll go into. And also another related feature called Invert colors. So this is a kind of color filter. I actually want to start with invert colors. And so the way to switch this on is to open up your settings. I'm going to come up here to the search bar and I'm going to type in invert. And invert colors will appear, and it's also found in accessibility and display accommodations. So here we have two options, smart invert and classic invert. And I'm going to turn on smart invert. So you should see right away it's going to invert the colors on my in all the menus on my iPad, and so it goes from bright white to black and white text. And so immediately, if you're doing lots, and it also affects down here in the quick bar, you can see all kinds of aesthetic changes. So it immediately will change sort of the experience of reading PDFs or of working anywhere, if it's an email or a Notability or whatnot. And so again, this will reduce a lot of eye strain when working from a bright screen. The other advantage of doing something like Smart Invert is that it will also affect photos. So if I come in here and to my email and I get something like an advertisement on social media, like this thing, it'll invert all the photos. And so they make them much less appealing to the human eye. And so you're probably less likely to get off task when you have these photos inverted and you're in smart invert mode. So this might be something that you could switch on when you're in a study mode or a work mode on your device, which will cue you to be focused on the task at hand. And then when you're back to normal work, you can switch back to the normal appearance. So how would you quickly set this up to go from smart invert like this to the classic mode? And so the way to do this is actually to come back into accessibility. You can actually set up a shortcut instead of going into settings every time you want to switch. You can set this up to do very quickly. So what I want to do is come into general and then accessibility, and then come all the way down to the bottom here to this little area called accessibility shortcut. When I'm in accessibility shortcut, this is a shortcut which will be tethered to your home button triple click. So when I press the home button on the far right side or bottom of the iPad 3 times, it will enable smart inverts. So whatever sort of shortcut you want to set up, you can select here. I've selected smart invert. So now I hit the home button 3 times, and that will turn on and off my smart invert color mode. And you can set this up for whatever you'd like. So there's a quick little productivity hack for you with smart invert colors. And again, that's a new, I believe it's an iOS 11 update. What about night mode? So if I come in here, or night shift, and I come in here and I search for night shift in settings, it brings up under display and brightness this night shift mode. So default, it's not going to be on. I think the default here is a little bit different. I've adjusted these settings to be from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And what this does again is it makes the screen less blue or more warm. And I don't think the screen recording I'm using now will be able to capture that. But go ahead and try it out for yourself, and you can also use this manually enable until tomorrow mode, which will just turn it on all the time. And in fact, I oftentimes just have this on generally to reduce sort of the eye strain when working on this for a long time. and to get rid of some of that extra blue light. So here are 2 quick display hacks for you to perhaps be more in tune and productive with your device. Thank you.